There is a divine order to this universe. Even when life feels chaotic, even when things don't go your way, there is a greater intelligence guiding you. The universe is always working in your favor, even when you cannot see it. But to receive the blessings meant for you, you must learn to trust. Trust that what you need will come at the right time, in the right way. Let go of fear, release control, and open your heart to the infinite wisdom of life. There is a perfect rhythm to life, a divine order that moves through everything. Sometimes we feel impatient, wondering why our dreams have not yet materialized or why certain doors remain closed. But what if the timing of everything is already set in a way that serves our highest good? What if every delay, every detour, every moment of waiting is not a setback, but a setup for something even greater? We live in a world that glorifies instant results. We want love to happen overnight, success to arrive immediately, and healing to be instantaneous. But the universe does not operate on human schedules. It moves with wisdom, aligning all things in a way that ensures we receive what is truly meant for us, not just what we think we want in the moment. Think of a seed planted in the soil. You do not dig it up every day, demanding it to grow. You trust the process. You water it, you give it sunlight, and you allow time to do its work. Then one day, it breaks through the surface and begins to flourish. Life works the same way. Your dreams, your desires, your healing, they all need time to develop beneath the surface before they can bloom into reality. Many times, what seems like a delay is actually divine protection. We may want something so badly, but we don't realize that we are not yet prepared to handle it. The universe knows when we are truly ready. If we receive a blessing before we are strong enough to hold it, it may slip through our fingers. But when we trust, when we allow things to unfold naturally, we find that what arrives in our lives does so at the perfect moment. Have you ever looked back on your life and realized that something you once wanted desperately would not have been good for you? Perhaps a relationship you prayed for didn't work out, and now you see that it saved you from heartache. Maybe a job you thought was perfect didn't happen, only for something even better to come along later. Life has a way of revealing its wisdom over time. What feels like rejection is often redirection. It is in the waiting that we learn patience, trust, and surrender. The waiting period is not empty time. It is a time of growth, transformation, and alignment. When things seem stagnant, we are actually being prepared for what is to come. Every challenge, every disappointment, every unexpected turn is shaping us into the person we need to be to receive our blessings fully. The universe is always working behind the scenes, orchestrating events, aligning people, and setting things in motion. We may not see it in the moment, but later, when we reflect, we understand that everything had to happen exactly as it did. If something has not yet arrived in your life, it is not because you are unworthy or forgotten. It is simply because it is not the right time. Instead of feeling frustrated when things don't happen on your schedule, take a deep breath and remind yourself that there is a divine order to everything. Trust that what is meant for you is already on its way. Know that you are exactly where you need to be, and nothing that is truly yours will ever pass you by. Surrender the need to force things. Let go of impatience and fear. Open your heart to the possibility that the universe's timing is better than your own. Choose to believe that life is always unfolding in your favor. When you embrace this truth, you no longer live in anxiety or doubt. You step into a space of peace, knowing that every experience, every delay, and every moment is part of a greater plan. Your blessings are coming. The love you seek, the opportunities you desire, the healing you long for, it is all in motion. Just because you cannot see it yet does not mean it is not happening. Trust the process, trust the timing. And most of all, trust that the universe knows exactly what it is doing. Letting go is one of the hardest things to do, especially when you have invested your heart, time, and energy into something or someone. Whether it's a relationship, an opportunity, or a dream that didn't unfold the way you hoped, loss can feel painful, unfair, and confusing. But what if you could see it from a different perspective? What if, instead of seeing loss as a punishment, you understood it as divine redirection? The truth is, what is meant for you will never require you to beg, chase, or suffer endlessly. What belongs to you will come into your life and stay with ease. And if something leaves, no matter how much you wanted it to stay, it was never truly meant for you. This can be difficult to accept because we attach meaning to what we lose. We believe that if we love hard enough, fight hard enough, or try hard enough, we can make something work. But no amount of effort can hold on to what is not aligned with your highest good. When something or someone exits your life, it is because they have fulfilled their purpose in your journey. They played their role, taught you a lesson, and now their part in your story is complete. Holding on to the past only keeps you stuck, preventing you from receiving what is truly meant for you. The universe is never taking something away without the intention of replacing it with something better. You may not see it now, but every ending is a new beginning in disguise. Think of the times in your life when you were devastated by a loss, only to later realize that it was a blessing. Perhaps a job rejection led you to a career path you never considered, one that brought you greater fulfillment. Maybe a heartbreak forced you to rediscover your worth and open the door to deeper self-love. Life has a way of removing things that no longer serve us, even when we don't understand it in the moment. When you resist loss, you suffer. You replay the past, wonder what you could have done differently, and hold on to the pain. But when you accept that what is gone was never meant to stay, you free yourself. You stop chasing closure, seeking validation, or blaming yourself. You recognize that life is always moving you towards something greater. People come and go, opportunities rise and fall, and plans change. But you are never truly losing anything that is essential to your destiny. The things that leave are simply clearing the way for something more aligned with your soul's purpose. When you trust this, you let go with grace instead of clinging with fear. You walk forward with confidence instead of looking back with regret. Grief is natural, and it's okay to feel the pain of loss. But don't let it define you. Don't let it make you believe that you are unworthy or forgotten. Instead, let it remind you that life is guiding you, that what is meant for you will arrive at the perfect time in the perfect way, that you are never truly losing, only making space for something greater. You are not going to die. You are not going to death. So, if something has left your life, let it go, bless it, be grateful for the experience, and release it with love. Because the moment you stop grasping at what is gone, you open your hands to receive what is waiting for you. Trust that nothing real is ever lost. What is truly meant for you will always find its way to you, effortlessly, beautifully, and in divine timing. Fear is a powerful force. It creeps into our minds, whispering doubts, feeding anxiety, and making us question our own path. It tells us that we are not safe, that things won't work out, that we must control everything to prevent disaster. But the more we listen to fear, the more trapped we become. Fear keeps us small, stuck, and uncertain. It convinces us that we must always be on guard, always prepared for the worst. But there is another way to live, one that is not ruled by fear, but by trust. Trust is the antidote to fear. When you trust life, you no longer need to micromanage every detail. You no longer need to worry about every possible outcome. Trust allows you to relax, to breathe, to surrender. It does not mean you stop taking action or making wise choices. It simply means you release the need to control what is beyond your power. Trust reminds you that you are being guided, that life is unfolding in your favor, even when you cannot see the full picture. Fear and trust cannot coexist. When you trust, fear loses its grip. Imagine standing at the edge of a river, afraid to step in. Fear tells you the water is too deep, too cold, too dangerous. But trust tells you that you can swim, that the current will carry you, that you will be okay. The moment you choose trust, you step into the water, and suddenly, fear disappears. You realize that the river is not as dangerous as it seemed. The same is true for life. When you stop resisting and start trusting, you discover that most of what you feared was an illusion. Many people live in a constant state of fear, fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of the unknown. But what if you believed that everything happening in your life was part of a greater plan? What if you trusted that even the challenges were serving a purpose? When you embrace trust, you stop seeing obstacles as punishments and start seeing them as lessons. You begin to understand that setbacks are not the end of the road. They are simply redirections towards something better. Trust does not mean that life will always be easy. It does not mean you will never face difficulties, but it does mean that you will face them with a different mindset. Instead of panicking, you will remain calm. Instead of feeling lost, you will feel guided. Instead of doubting yourself, you will know that you are exactly where you need to be. This shift in perspective changes everything. It allows you to move through life with confidence, grace, and peace. One of the most beautiful things about trust is that it creates space for miracles. When you let go of fear, you open yourself up to new opportunities, unexpected blessings, and divine timing. Think about the times in your life when something wonderful happened unexpectedly. Maybe you met the right person at the right time, or an opportunity appeared just when you needed it most. These moments are proof that life is always working behind the scenes, aligning things for your highest good. Fear makes you believe you must struggle, fight, and force things to happen. But trust reminds you that what is meant for you will come naturally. You do not have to chase, beg, or control. You simply have to align yourself with the flow of life. When you trust, you attract the right people, the right situations, and the right experiences. You allow things to unfold in the perfect way, at the perfect time. Right now, take a deep breath, release the fear that has been weighing you down, let go of the need to control everything. Instead, choose trust. Trust that you are on the right path. Trust that you are being guided. Trust that everything you need is already on its way to you. Fear may try to return, but each time it does, remind yourself, trust overcomes fear. And with trust, you are always safe, always supported, and always exactly where you need to be. Life is not random. Every moment, every experience, every encounter carries meaning. The universe is always communicating with you, guiding you, and nudging you in the right direction. But the question is, are you paying attention? Signs and synchronicities are the language of the universe. They appear in the most unexpected ways. A repeating number on a clock, a song that plays just when you need to hear it, a stranger who says exactly what you are thinking about. These are not coincidences. They are messages, gentle whispers from the universe, reminding you that you are not alone, that you are being guided, that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. Too often people dismiss these signs. They brush them off as chance, as mere luck. But when you begin to trust that these moments have meaning, your entire perspective shifts. You start to see life as a conversation, a divine dialogue between you and the universe. And the more you acknowledge these signs, the more they appear. Numbers are one of the most common ways the universe communicates. Have you ever noticed the same sequence of numbers appearing over and over? 1111 on the clock, 222 on a receipt, 777 on a license plate. These numbers carry messages. 111 might be reminding you to focus on your thoughts as they are manifesting quickly. 444 could be a sign that you are protected, that your angels are near. Numbers are vibrations, and when they repeat, they are signals that something important is happening in your life. But the universe speaks in more ways than just numbers. It speaks through people. Have you ever had a conversation that gave you exactly the answer you needed? Perhaps a friend randomly mentioned something that directly related to a problem you were struggling with, or a stranger's words resonated so deeply that you felt as if they were speaking directly to your soul. This is no accident. The universe places people in your path to deliver the messages you need to hear. Songs, dreams, and even animals can also be signs. A song that suddenly plays on the radio may contain lyrics that answer a question you have been asking. A vivid dream may reveal a hidden truth or a future possibility. An animal crossing your path may carry symbolic meaning. A butterfly representing transformation, a bird signaling freedom, a cat encouraging you to trust your intuition. The universe is always sending messages, but you must be open to receiving them. Synchronicity, or meaningful coincidence, is another powerful way the universe communicates. Have you ever been thinking about someone only for them to call you moments later? Have you ever been considering a new path only to see repeated signs pointing you in that direction? These are not random events. They are confirmations. They are the universe aligning circumstances to show you that you are on the right path. When you experience synchronicities, take a moment to reflect. What were you thinking about when it happened? What decision were you about to make? The universe sends these moments as reassurance, as a way of saying, yes, keep going, you are on the right track. And sometimes the universe sends signs to warn you, to redirect you when something is not in alignment with your highest good. Learning to recognize and trust these signs requires awareness. You must quiet the noise of doubt, logic, and overthinking. You must develop a sense of inner stillness, allowing yourself to feel rather than analyze the messages you receive. The more you trust, the clearer the signs become. Everything in life is interconnected. Every event, every person, every situation is woven together in a grand design. The more you become aware of this divine connection, the more magical life becomes. You begin to move with faith rather than fear. You begin to trust that you are being guided, supported, and led toward your highest potential. So the next time you see a repeating number, hear a meaningful song, or experience an undeniable coincidence, pause. Acknowledge it. Reflect on its meaning. The universe is speaking to you always. It is up to you to listen, to trust, and to follow the guidance that is being given. Because when you do, life flows effortlessly. And you step into the beautiful alignment of your destiny. Gratitude is one of the most powerful forces in the universe. It has the ability to shift your energy, transform your mindset, and open the door to more blessings than you could ever imagine. When you practice gratitude, you align yourself with abundance, and the universe responds by giving you even more to be grateful for. Many people spend their lives focusing on what they lack. They dwell on what is missing, on what hasn't worked out, on what they wish they had. This creates a mindset of scarcity, and when you operate from scarcity, you attract more of it. But when you shift your focus to gratitude, everything changes. You start to see the good in your life, and the more you appreciate what you have, the more good things begin to flow to you. Gratitude is not just about saying thank you when something goes well. It is a way of life, a way of seeing the world. It is about finding beauty in the small moments. Waking up in the morning and feeling the warmth of the sun, enjoying a conversation with a loved one, having a meal to nourish your body. When you begin to appreciate these everyday blessings, you raise your vibration. You move from a state of longing to a state of fulfillment. And when you vibrate at the frequency of gratitude, you attract more things to be grateful for. One of the greatest secrets to manifesting more abundance in your life is to be grateful for what you have before you receive more. The universe operates on energy, and when you show appreciation for your current blessings, you signal that you are ready to receive even greater ones. Think about it. When someone appreciates you, you naturally want to give them more. The same principle applies to the universe. When you acknowledge and cherish what you already have, you create space for more blessings to come. Gratitude also has the power to dissolve negativity. It is impossible to be truly grateful and feel fear, anger, or resentment at the same time. When you choose gratitude, you replace worry with peace, doubt with trust, and frustration with joy. Even in difficult times, finding something to be grateful for can shift your entire perspective. Challenges become lessons, setbacks become opportunities, and disappointments become redirections towards something better. Some of the most successful and fulfilled people in the world practice gratitude daily. They understand that it is not success that brings gratitude, but gratitude that brings success. When you cultivate a grateful heart, you naturally become more positive, more resilient, and more open to life's infinite possibilities. You start seeing opportunities where others see obstacles. You begin to attract people and experiences that align with your highest good. One of the best ways to practice gratitude is by keeping a gratitude journal. Each day, take a moment to write down 3 things you are grateful for. They can be big or small. What matters is the feeling behind them. Over time, this simple practice rewires your mind to focus on the good rather than the lack. It trains you to find blessings in every situation, even in the most unexpected places. Another powerful practice is to express gratitude out loud. Tell the people in your life how much you appreciate them. Thank the universe for your health, your home, your opportunities. Speak gratitude into existence, and you will begin to see it reflected back to you. The words you speak carry energy, and when you fill your life, gratitude is a magnet for miracles. The more you appreciate, the more you receive. The more you give thanks, the more reasons you will have to give thanks. Life is always responding to your energy, and when you radiate gratitude, you invite a life filled with love, joy, and abundance. Right now, take a deep breath and feel grateful. Grateful for this moment, for the lessons, for the love that surrounds you, and for the endless blessings that are on their way to you. Trust that the universe is always working in your favor, and as you embrace gratitude, you will find yourself receiving more than you ever dreamed possible. There is a beautiful freedom in surrender. It is the act of releasing control, letting go of resistance, and allowing life to unfold exactly as it is meant to. So many people hold on too tightly, trying to force outcomes, resisting change, and gripping onto things that no longer serve them. But the more you try to control everything, the more exhausted and frustrated you become. True peace is found when you surrender, trust, and let life flow. Surrender is not about giving up. It is about letting go of the struggle. It is about understanding that the universe is always working in your favor. Even when things don't go according to your plan, sometimes what you think you want is far less than what is actually meant for you. And the more you cling to a specific outcome, the more you block the better blessings that are trying to come into your life. And think about water flowing down a river. It doesn't resist, it doesn't struggle, it simply moves with the natural current. It flows around rocks, over falls, and through valleys with ease. But imagine if the water tried to resist its course, tried to move in the opposite direction. It would only create chaos and struggle. Life works the same way. When you go against the natural flow of events, you create unnecessary hardship. But when you trust the current, when you surrender to the journey, life becomes effortless and full of grace. Letting go does not mean you stop caring. It means you stop overthinking, overanalyzing, and stressing over what is out of your hands. It means you trust that what is meant for you will stay, and what is not will naturally drift away. It means understanding that every experience, whether joyful or painful, is shaping you, teaching you, and leading you to where you are meant to be. Wherever it is shaping you to be. Fear is what makes surrender so difficult. The fear of uncertainty, the fear of loss, the fear of the unknown. But the truth is, you were never meant to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. The universe has a greater plan, one that you cannot always see from where you are standing. And when you loosen your grip, when you trust instead of worry, you open yourself up to endless possibilities. Have you ever noticed that the best things in life often happen when you least expect them? That love finds you when you stop searching? That opportunities appear when you stop forcing them? That healing begins when you stop resisting? This is the magic of surrender. When you release control, you make space for miracles to enter. One of the most powerful ways to surrender is to let go of expectations. So much suffering comes from expecting life to happen in a certain way at a certain time, but when you attach yourself to a rigid outcome, you leave no room for the universe to surprise you. Instead of asking, why isn't this happening, ask, what is this teaching me? Instead of resisting change, embrace it. Instead of fearing the unknown, trust that it is leading you somewhere beautiful. Surrender is also about releasing the past. So many people hold on to pain, grudges, and regrets, replaying old stories that no longer serve them. But the past is gone. It cannot be changed. The only thing you have control over is how you choose to move forward. When you let go of what hurt you, you free yourself to receive something better. When you forgive, you make space for peace. When you stop dwelling on what was, you allow yourself to fully embrace what is. Life will always have ups and downs, moments of joy and moments of challenge. But when you surrender, you stop resisting the ebb and flow. You learn to trust that everything is happening for your highest good, even if you cannot see it yet. You learn to embrace uncertainty with faith instead of fear. You learn to dance with life instead of fighting against it. Right now, take a deep breath and release what you've been holding on to. Let go of the need to have all the answers. Let go of the need to control every detail. Trust that what is meant for you will never pass you by. Trust that the universe is always guiding you to something greater. And as you surrender, watch how effortlessly life begins to flow. Take a deep breath. Place your hand on your heart. Say this with me. I trust the universe to provide for me. Everything I need is already on its way. I am safe. I am guided. I am exactly where I need to be. Now, release your worries. Trust that the universe has a plan and it is unfolding beautifully.